Stefan out of this.
Who's Stefan? Your fate has been dictated. You're not in control.
What up, YouTube world, and long time no see. I've been absent from a couple of videos. I apologize for that, because I know I'm your favorite personality on the Cinema Heads. But guess what, baby? I'm back, and hopefully better than ever, to bring you the stuff you guys need to fulfill your lives and move on. So today, I just recently, like maybe 5 minutes ago, just watched Black Mirror Bandersnatch. And it's an interactive film, so you make sure you keep your controller with you, because there's going to be some choices. A couple of the actors in this movie, and hopefully I don't butcher this first name, Fionn Whitehead. He plays Stefan Butler. He's the main character in this movie. Will Poulter, who I love. I think this kid is an amazing actor. He's in a bunch of movies. He plays Colin Rittman. And Craig Packinson. Craig Packinson, there we go, got it. He plays the dad. Yeah, he plays the dad. I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, he plays the dad. So, the basis of this movie is it's based in 1984. It's about a young programmer who starts making this game called Bandersnatch. And as he's making this game, he starts having these choices through life, which you get to make the choices. And halfway through, he starts feeling a little weird about the choices he's making. He feels like he's not in control, like he's not making the choices, because you're making the choices. And he starts losing his mind, and he starts questioning his reality. We go through the whole movie making the choices for him, and let me tell you, it made me feel kind of weird. Made me feel like I was destroying this kid's life. Made me feel like I was making the wrong choices, which some parts the movie kind of restarts and throws you back to the beginning, and then you have to make the choices again. So I don't know if that's you did make the wrong choices or doesn't matter. Apparently there's multiple endings to this. This Black Mirror Bandersnatch is also based off of a series I have not watched yet called Black Mirror. I guess that was the original one. It won an Emmy, or a couple Emmys. But yeah, so you start off and you literally have to pick between two cereal brands. You got the Frosteds, which are supposed to be Frosted Flakes, or the sugar cereal called Sugar Puffs, which I'm assuming like Lucky Charms or something yummy. You know, I picked the Frosted. And then it just starts, man, it gets crazy from there. It just, you sit there and you make these choices and you're like, I want this kid to succeed and maybe move on, but at the same time, you got to be careful what you choose. So the whole time I'm sitting here, I'm watching this movie, I'm making these choices, it's freaking me out. Honestly, I'm just like, man, what am I doing right now? And then every choice you make, he starts questioning them a little further into the movie. He starts getting a little crazy. He ends up, you get the choice of going to talk to your doctor or going to follow Colin, which you get to do that twice. The first time I went and talked to the doctor. Second time you follow Colin. Colin gives you this drug, opens your mind, and you know what's going on. You figure out your dad's huge conspiracy theory-ish, whatever you want to call him. He's been drugging you, and they've been recording you, and everything Colin said is kind of true, but on the other hand, it's not. So, I mean, it's very hard to explain. Like, for me to sit here and tell you the premise of this movie is virtually impossible. It's going to be virtually impossible for me to be like, hey, this movie is about this. This is the exact plot. No, it ain't gonna happen, because there's more plot twists in this movie than any movie I think I've ever seen, but I think it's supposed to be that way because it's interactive. This is not the first interactive movie I've ever seen or done on TV. Back in the early 2000s, there was a Gargoyles movie that came on VHS, and you could play a little game. Came with a little game, and that was completely interactive. I thought that was cool. That was really neato, man. Neato spumito. Yes, I said spumito. New word. You guys can use it if you want. But 100% interactive. It's intense. So you're sitting there, and you're making his choices. There's multiple endings. This got an extremely high rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It got 92%. And for a movie like this, a science fiction movie, and an interactive movie at that, 92% is really high, man. The acting in it was probably spot on. I mean, a lot of these movies you watch nowadays, you can see it's forced acting, or some of these characters don't care about anything. They just want to get that paycheck, move on. Some of them can't act. A lot of football players who come on screens and try to act stuff out. People who are not actors, just seems really plain and forced. This movie wasn't like that at all. The acting was amazing, and Craig Pullman, I love that kid. He's the kid in The Maze Runner. He's in a bunch of movies, man. None of them come to my mind right now, but every movie he's in, he's always played a really good character. Like he's always intense, but not so intense that you're gonna know he's intense. And then later on, it's just a bunch of intensity slapping you in the face, just like that sentence. A bunch of intensity slapping you in the face. That sentence was intense. But you got to check this movie out. If I had to give it a rating, it'd probably be an 8 out of 10, honestly, because it was just it's new. It's something different. I know they've done interactive stuff before, but this movie really, really just gives you that feeling of, man, I'm gonna Bandersnatch this kid's life up if I pick this ending, or if I pick this decision. If he eats the Frosted Flakes, or he eats the damn Cheerios, if he bites his nails, or he pulls on his earlobe. I mean, there's basic stuff like that. Even the basic stuff was hard for me to choose. I'm sitting there going, if I pull off my earlobe, or I pull my earlobe, is this movie gonna make me rip it off? Is it gonna I'm gonna be bleeding all over the Bandersnatch? That's kind of how you feel in this movie. Is every decision, just the simplest decisions. Like right now, I want to scratch my beard. Well, that decision might make the world explode 5 minutes from now. I don't know what's gonna happen, and that's how this movie made you feel. On the edge of your seat, you want to know what happened. You want to keep going. You want to keep making these decisions. You want to feel involved. And it does make you feel involved. And one of the funniest parts I'm going to tell you about this movie is you're sitting there and he looks up and he goes, who's doing this to me? I know somebody's out there. And you're sitting there going, yeah, it's, hi, how you doing? It's me, I'm doing it to you. Love you, buddy. So you get a choice in that one. You get a choice to do this little drawing, which is a part of the conspiracy theory, because like you said, he's making Bandersnatch, which is a multitude of choices that you have to run through, and you have to choose what you want to do to make the game go on, kind of like the interactive movie. You got little choices. So you either choose that, or you can say Netflix. And on that one, I picked Netflix, and that was hilarious because I was trying to explain to somebody in the past what Netflix was in the future. And that was probably my favorite part of the Bandersnatch, because it was low-key hilarious. I laughed pretty hard at that part. It's like, oh man, I'm really screwing with this kid's mind right now. Kind of messed up, but it's what I got to do, because I got to figure out what happened. Now, I'm going to tell you the ending I got, so spoiler alert. If you don't want to know any of the endings, why don't you go ahead and pause this video. Fast forward to 5 minutes, so you can always see my beautiful face later. So the ending I got was, I went back for the rabbit. I put toy into the safe. I opened the safe. I got the little rabbit out. And then my mom came in and asked me to board the train. I boarded the train with her. And the train apparently crashes. It fast forwards to the future, where I'm back in my doctor's office and I died. So that's the ending I got. But I felt like I wanted to go die with my mama. At least she had somebody with her this time. Because the train does derail. And she does end up dying, which, that is a part of the story, part of the plot. But you got to watch it. There's so much. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but there's so much to cover in this movie. It's hard to sit there and go line. This is what happens in this order, because it throws you all over the place. It gets really crazy. And really pretty movie too. Like I don't know. I have a 4K TV. That's how I watched it. But man, it was really pretty to me for some reason. Like everything just looked pretty. Even the 80s games they're trying to boot up. He's playing Nosedive, Colin Rickman when you first meet him. Which I've never heard of that game, but that looks pretty on the TV. Like this whole movie was really good. I really kind of hope they do more of them. I'm pretty sure they will. This did 82%. I'm sorry, 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's really good. And the interactive part of it is it's just crazy, man. It makes you feel feels in your feelings that you've never felt. Take that sentence too. Take that sentence and use it, you know. There might be other dimensions, you know. Maybe somebody's making me have a better review of this movie. I don't know. I felt like this was a good review, though. Who knows? So basically, I'm going to wrap up this video with saying, check this movie out. Check it out. Watch it. Please comment on the ending you got, because I really want to know what other endings there is, or what other endings you guys got. How many times you guys watched it. I only watched it once so far. I do want to go back and do it again and again. Maybe I'll do some follow-up videos on the other endings that I may have got. But please comment on what endings you guys got. Drop them below. Other than that, man, I'm back. I'm going to start doing videos again. Hopefully you guys enjoy having me back. I missed you guys. Hopefully you missed me. Just some things came up in life. Real, Bandersnatch things. 2018 has not been the best year for us. So we're going to get back on that horse like always in 2019. And we're going to be pumping out these videos. Pumping out these videos for you guys. And I know you guys missed it, so here we go. And of course, this has been Cinema Heads. We review the movies so you know what to watch in the future. I like that. I like that a lot. If you like this video, of course, you're going to do what you always do. You're going to subscribe. You're going to share. You're going to like it. You're going to comment. And once again, comment with your ending. Tell me what you guys got after you watch it, because I really, really need to know for my own personal well-being. Interesting. But this video is, of course, boom, it's done, and I bid you adieu. Peace.
Oh, hey, baby. Welcome home. How was your day? It was great. I slayed some zombies and some aliens, and we won the war. What'd you do today? Oh, I just watched Cinema Heads. I shared, subscribed, and gave them a thumbs up to like their videos. What? That seems way more important than what I did. I'm gonna get on that computer right now. I'm gonna share those videos and like them and subscribe. I'm gonna get it done. Get it done. Yes, baby. Get it done. Yeah. 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 Get it done. Subscribe.